on how I design the slides. Tomorrow, actually, I will also show you how she presents some of those slides. I have a video of her presenting it so that you can nampak the kind of how she synergizes with the content. Yeah? The moment the content launch, she knows what to talk about and how to get deeper and all that. It's a very good sharing as well. Okay. So you all know my name. Am I number? Okay, thank you. Right. But unfortunately, I don't know yours. All right. So hopefully we can get to know each other more closely. We have 2 days together, so no excuse. Now, let's go around. I just want you guys to introduce yourselves. It's a big room, so siapa yang ayu dan lembut tu menakutkan suara sikit lah. Yeah, alright. Just we'll start from this row, right? Your name, department or division or subsidiary if you are different from each other, and your destination or a description of what you do. Let's make it about 10 saat pun cukup lah. Alright. So let's work our way from kita buat macam ular, back, front, back to front, and then back. Start off with it.
Hi everyone, my name is Erna. I'm from Cost and Control Department. I'm in charge of tender management.
Right. Erna, right?
Hi.
Okay. Back. Thank you. Next. All right. Thank you. Next.
I need video. You is not.
You are. Okay. And then? Please provide. Next. Nice. All right. Thanks. Okay. You. All the numbers get together. Nice. All right. Let's move on. Thank you. All right. Next. Very good. Thank you, Nani. Okay. Next. Thank you. Next. Okay. 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 All right. Thank you. Next. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now let's start with this row. We move to the front. Start with you. Now. And talk about finance. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, good. Right. I tap up. Finance. Okay. Okay. All right. I am. Okay. All right. Now, the okay. Thanks. Yes. Okay, Fauzi, right? I see you. Come, depan lagi. Okay. All right. That's good. Thank you. Right. Good.
I resigned from retail and resident and then I am contracting for Canada.
Okay.
I will say that
All right. All right. Yeah. Good. Price for investment. Right. Nice.
And then on design of the communication, marketing and sales.
Nice. You're not the table. Okay. Thanks.
in charge of us,
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Okay.
in that year.
Okay. Yeah, I know that. Good job. Good job doing so far, right? Thanks.
This review is highly suggested by my boss. Is that days?
Oh,
Kita salah.
is that the football coach?
Yes,
Yes. Alhamdulillah. I met him at KWAP dulu kan. He would keep on KWAP.
Yeah.
Kuat kan? Okay. 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 Okay, great. So ada IT, ada marketing, ada corporate com, ada finance, ada compliance and risk, ada digital, social media. Wow, quite a wide variety. Alhamdulillah, right? Okay, great. So how many of you are based in Arab? Katakan. Arabis. Okay, 3/4. Who's not Arabis? Katakan. Okay, ada juga. Alright, cool. I remember faces better than I remember names. I apologize. I may have to ask your names again next time. So tak apa. But I can guarantee you this. Kalau you pergi shopping, I jumpa you, I know the one is you. I punya photographic memory memang power. Tapi nama kau bukan dengan. Alright. Okay, good. Okay. Now, what are we going to go through for the next 2 days? We're going to go for a breakthrough. Yeah, because one thing about my training kan, you will discover time will fly super fast. Kalau apa-apa jangan fikir lebih. Right? So time will fly super fast. So let's have a quick go through of what we're going to go through for the next 2 days. So I'm going to do introductions. I'm done sharing some of the things that I do, right? Some of my samples and all that. So after this, we can take a break. When we come back, we'll start off with the versions of PowerPoint. It's good for you to have a brief history of how PowerPoint came about and what version do you currently have on your laptop. IT ada ni? Ada. So semua orang ada follow dan tapi pakai the same version of PowerPoint ke? Ada yang kurang kasih sayang ke? Yang lebih tersayang ke? We will find out, we'll find out today. Okay. But I'll show you how to check the version of PowerPoint. So hopefully, I think the last time when I trained you all in ARA, all 10 of them have the same version, and it's a very good version. Yeah? So hopefully that is also reflected today as well. Yeah. Inshallah. Okay. Once you know your version, and then we'll go into how you set up your slides. I like to call it canvas because every new slide that we create, putih, flat, tak ada apa, is almost like a blank canvas. Yeah. So how do we set up the slide size? How do we check our margins, so on and so forth. And then we'll go into the slide master. So some of you are familiar, especially in branding or marketing and all that, you will know how what the slide master does. The slide master is basically where you design your presentation template. Yeah? And I'm sure some Somebody Property already has a very, very beautiful presentation template? Ada tak? Beautiful tak? Jangan jawab. Okay, that was a trick question, right? So I've not seen it, but I assume some of you would have very good template. However, I spent just a little bit of time just to play around with some designs, and I'll show you how to use the slide master in the future, just in case you want to create a template for the presentation. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. And then we'll go into still in the setting up, yeah, because these are all fundamentals dulu. Before we even learn design, right? Sebelum kita letak furniture dekat rumah, the foundation has to be solid first. Right? So these are all foundation stuff. So I'll show you how to switch on the grid lines and how to align your object properly, right? Things like that. So I'll show you how to switch on the grids. Now, once kita punya rumah dah teratur, the foundation wise is good, then we'll start playing around with some creative aspects. So I'm going to start off with typeface. Typeface is basically fonts lah, sama je, same thing, right? If you say, oh, what font are you using? Bunyi macam rakyat mahal biasa lah. But if you say, oh, what typeface are you using? Bunyi macam mana, right? So same thing. So typefaces or fonts, they belong in multiple categories. They have different categories based on their characteristics. Yeah. So if you are not from the design industry, this will be a very good eye opener for you because you will understand fonts and characters better, okay, and their attributes. And with your knowledge of fonts and the font types, you will also discover the technique of typography. Remember my Richard Branson punya slide tadi tu, the simple header tu, I buat box style design and all that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And why typography is important, is useful, is because tuan-tuan dan puan-puan you all know for a fact, bukan semua slide kita ada gambar. Not all our slides have pictures. Some of it is just plain text. So in the absence of images, the way we structure or arrange our text can become a visual element on our slide. Yeah? So that's one way of approaching it. So I'll share some ideas there. And then we'll go to subject number 9 against the conventional. This is when some of you will be giggling, some of you will be laughing out loud, some of you will be hiding your heads under the table, because this is where I will show some of the most typical looking corporate slides in the world today. You punya index lah, you punya timeline lah, strategy lah, siapa makan cili, definitely rasa pedas. Oh God, itu slide saya lah, bohongnya, you know. So, now the reason why I'll share some of these typical slides is because right after I share the ugly and standard one, I will straight away share the nice one, so that you can see the difference and get ideas from it. Okay, just to get examples. Now, after that, we'll go into colors. The subject of colors is not going to be shared just at that time saja, because there are different usage of colors for different execution style. Yeah? When you do your image editing, there's a color scheme that you can apply. When you do infographics, there's another color technique you can apply. So the subject of colors will be spread across the entire training, but I will start off here. Yeah, okay, on some key pointers first. And then we'll go into one of the most underutilized tools on PowerPoint, which is your image editing tools. Ramai di kalangan kita, when we put in pictures or whatever, we just take it, we crop, we put it on one side, that's it, move on. You will be, I will show you how you can actually enhance the images, to the point that you nampak like all these pictures that you do come out from Photoshop. Yeah, it's really, there's a lot of really cool tools that you can use to enhance your images, okay? And then we'll go into a very commonly misunderstood function of PowerPoint, the slide transitions. I'm sure you know what this function is, where you want to go from one slide to the next slide, you can add a bit of effect for your slide to have an effect when you go to the next slide. Wow, this thing, orang abuse sampai tak tahu macam mana. I've seen presentations where ada 30 slide, 30 transition yang tiba dalam tu. Slide 1 to slide 2 dia klik, slide 2 to slide 3 dia twist, slide 4 to slide 5 dia input, slide 5 to slide 4, macam kuning pada tengok, right? So, and a lot of people think slide transitioning is just a fancy function of PowerPoint. No, it can be very functional as well. So on top of the fancy stuff, I will also share how certain transitions can be very functional and very impactful for a presentation. Okay, I'll share the ideas there. But of course, I will also share the fancy ones, just to give you ideas. And then we'll go into animation. So I'm sure some of you in the room here that we are still animate the content. That means you click, your sentence come out. You click, your sentence come out. You know how to animate the content. Some of you have never animated a thing in your life. So there's a very big knowledge gap in this single book itself. Yeah. So, and the biggest misunderstanding on content animation is a lot of people think animation ni, kalau ada time buat lah, ada time tak payah lah. It's just a gimmick, right? I disagree 150%. Remember, at the start of my session today, I have highlighted two types of documents that we create using PowerPoint. Ingat tak those two documents? The first document is a presentation, the second one is a submission, kan? Okay. For a submission document, where you are just attaching on an email and sending across for people to read, submission document, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, tolonglah, don't animate your content. Leave it as a reading document. Right? In fact, kalau you animate your recipient, be very annoyed. Sikit-sikit nak baca, kena dekat. Very troublesome. So for a reading document, don't bother animating. But for a presentation document, there I say that it's compulsory, not optional, compulsory for you to animate. And let me explain why. Very simple reason. Look at this slide. Kalau I tak animate my content to come up one by one, and you dah boleh baca what you're going to learn tomorrow, some of you will not be listening to me anymore. You already know what's coming, but you are reading ahead of me, you understand everything, tak payah lagi macam tu. Right? The main function of animating your content is to make sure you control the eyes in the room. Jangan bagi orang keluar to digest information ahead of you talking about it. So that's where you lose your audience. Okay? So once you satisfy that basic reason, then whatever else the gimmicks you can do. Tapi satisfy that part first. Right? So I'll show you the basics, and I'll also share with you some really high-level ones as well. So the high-level ones meaning the moment you animate your content, you share it with your audience will go, wow, ini pakai apa ni smart, ini animation dia. I want that kind of reaction from your audience. Yeah? I'm going to show you some really cool tricks there. So that's for today. Tomorrow, we'll start off with a couple more case studies, right? Before I go into the subject of infographics. So infographics, if you really want to excel in creating infographics, yeah, it's actually a separate training on its own. I have another 2-day module focusing purely on infographics, because if you don't come from a design background and you're required to do something that is very design based, yeah, if you're one of those people, you book up PowerPoint, you see a blank slide, plain white, and your boss tells you, nah, this is the data for infographic. It was jet, color apa, shape apa, letak kat mana. You just have no design sense at all. So, and that requires a lot of methodology. You have to talk about design language, you talk about color schemes. There's a lot of methodology and best practice yang you belajar. Yeah, so, but for this session, for this module, I'm going to cut through the methodology. Tak payah learn about fundamentals. We go straight into design tips. Yeah. I have a couple of very easy cheat code yang even orang yang tak pandai design, those who don't know design, then you can apply. Yeah. So we'll go to that tomorrow. Now, and then I will elevate you, I will relieve you from your long-term pain, PowerPoint. And that long-term pain is how do you finally masukkan your Excel sheet ke dalam PowerPoint slide. Yeah. How many of you, your job, right, every time you do your PowerPoint, right, at least ada satu dua slide, then you can import your Excel sheet. How many of you have to do that, kan? The back row paling banyak, because you're all from finance. Okay. So, now, and I'm sure you know the pain of copy and pasting Excel ke dalam PowerPoint. To the point, I know what you guys do, right? Bayangkan, you're pasting your Excel now, you're pasting your Excel document, you nak copy. You highlight the area, and you nak copy, highlight, then you go to C. You see all the moving green lines. Wow, the copy of Jerry. Let's go to PowerPoint. The moment you go to PowerPoint, you go to V, habis semua berterabur. The color scheme is gone, the column size is not the same, the font is not the right size, it's not capturing the right columns and rows. And then I know what you do to see. You pergi balik ke Excel, what do you do? Screenshot. So screenshot, print screen, paste on PowerPoint pakai gambar, you crop, kita pilih, jalan, let's move on, right? So I know all the dirty techniques in the book. Tomorrow, once and for all, I will share with you the 2 proper ways of putting in your Excel sheet into PowerPoint properly. Okay, so that's tomorrow. And if you have to put in your Excel sheets, there's a very high chance that you also have to put your graphs and charts as well. So I'm sure semua orang dalam bilik ni, everybody in the room is aware that in PowerPoint, there is already a graph and chart in the template. You can choose how to put your files, your bars, your lines, dah ada ready-made templates, right? With its own spreadsheet included and all that. But one thing about PowerPoint, it was created by developers. It wasn't created by designers. So these templates, buruk ya Ahmad, is so ugly, dengan color mustard yellow, baby blue, text calibri. 4 billion people all over the world using PowerPoint is showing the same kind of graphic chart like you, right? So I'm going to share with you how we can still use these PowerPoint templates, but with a few additional steps. You can change your graphic chart designs into a visual element, so that people can still digest your information, your data and all that, but it will be presented in a more visually enticing to the manner. Okay, I'm going to show you some techniques there. Then I'll show you how to insert your audio video files, how to edit your MPEG and your MP3s and all that. And then once you know how to play around with your media files, I will show you how you can record your slides and make videos. Now after that, subject number 6 is when I stop talking about PowerPoint now. Because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, that if you were to apply 70%, 60 to 70% of whatever that you learn up to the point of audio video editing, trust me, your PowerPoint from next week onwards, if you were to apply this, you compare your new PowerPoint documents and your PowerPoint documents before you came for my class, you will see the different time. The way you approach your new document will be very, very different because you have, a new set of tools and techniques you can apply, right? However, I'm sure you all can agree with me when I say having a good set of slides, having good looking slides is only half the battle. The other half of the battle is how well you present it. Slide you cantik macam mana pun, tapi kalau presentation ke laut, it is still not a good presentation, right? So yes, presentation delivery training, public speaking training, Toastmasters and all that. There are a lot of presentation delivery classes that you can attend. Yeah. So, and I do recommend them. However, for this session, I will give some very high level techniques and ideas on how you can improve your delivery and how you can have a very good synergy between your content dengan cara you deliver. Yeah. So we'll talk about content flow first. Then I'll talk about how to achieve a good synergy between speaking and whatever you have on the slide. Yeah? And then we have a video working session of that by PowerPoint. Yeah, this guy David Phillips, he talks about 5 design principles. 5 design principles yang kalau kita apply these design principles, there's a very high chance that people will forget the presentation, will forget content. So he talks not from a design sense, but from a very scientific angle. Yeah, from neurology, from cognitive process dan sebagainya. Okay, and no training will be complete without me separating you into groups. Ini yang challenge besar ya. Yeah. So I'm sure everybody here, based on your introductions, I know you are seated among your peers, member. So tomorrow tak ada dah. Yeah, I will jumble things up. Finance kena duduk dengan marketing kena duduk dengan compliance kena duduk dengan IT, macam-macam. I will try to mix them up, mix you guys up, put you into groups. I will give you an exercise. Maybe come up with just a couple of slides, and you have to work together to design those slides using the techniques that you learn throughout this session. Yeah, and by 4:30 or 4 o'clock esok, kalau semua all things are ready, jom kita tengok the result sama-sama. Whether we laugh together or cry together or clap together, we don't know yet. Yeah, we will get to see what will happen. So if tak sempat, if everybody is still trying to beautify, tak siap lagi and all that, we have a plan B, we have a backup. We only talk about the backup if it happens. Okay, alright, great. And And then we recap everything and have a Q&A session. Then kita balik. Actually, the Q&A session, it doesn't exist. It doesn't need to exist because guys, for as long as I am still in the room with you, whatever that you are not sure about, jangan tunggu sampai end of tomorrow. Just raise your hand, Joe, tolong sikit. I will come there and rescue you, tolong point out and do a demo or whatever. Yeah? Take full advantage of my presence with you. If you're not sure of anything on PowerPoint or whatever that you're learning, please angkat tangan saja. Yeah? Jangan segan-segan. I don't type hard. Okay? Okay? So, yeah, just ask me, okay? Great. So, guys, it's already 10:25. Let's take a 20-minute break and come back at 10:45 for the first subject. But before you go, buka your browser, right? I want you to download and exercise a set of folders, yeah? There's a zip file that I want you to download. So open the browser, go to that website address, bit.ly/ppt/sdp24. You will go to our transfer your page. There's a just accept, agree, the TNC and all that, and then you will have a link on the left-hand side to download a zip file. Now, I'm sure you know what to do with the zip file. Kalau zip tu, once you dah download, make sure you extract lah. You know how to unzip a file kan? Don't leave it in a zip state. Once dah download, unzip ataupun extract. Baru you boleh pakai all the subfolders dan gambar-gambar yang ada dalam tu. And don't be naughty, don't open the file yet. Don't spoil the file. I will tell you which folder to open as and when we go through that particular subject. Okay. The moment dah habis download, go to your download folder, just right click, extract all, just extract saja and stand by. Okay. So now that is downloading, just take a break. Let's go for our morning break and we will start again exactly at 10:45 at 10:45. Alright? Okay. Go.